Who snitched on Colin Kaepernick? The man was just taking a knee. You singing the national anthem, you supposed to think about bald eagles in the country. Who was looking at the bench to see what the backup quarterback was doing? You're supposed to be looking at the flag. Why are you looking at it? I just want to know who told. Like, hey, Colin was sitting down. People got so mad about that, about a man sitting down, a man taking a knee during the national anthem. Like, he was disrespecting the flag. Like, Mariah Carey always sings the national anthem with one finger in her ear. No one's ever had a problem. That's one whole half of her body not listening to the song. No one's ever had an issue. Like, they act like he was gonna add his own verse to the national anthem. Like he grabbed the mic or something. Like somebody was singing like, oh, say, can you grab the mic? Like, what you say now? What you say now? I said, my name is Colin and I'm here to say the way you treat blacks is not okay. Like, he didn't do that. He just sat down. That's not how I think Colin Kaepernick raps. Unfortunately, that's how I rap.
Welcome to 4th and 10, right here on 4thdistrict.com, Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, coming soon to iHeartRadio, all powered by the 4th District Podcast Network. 3 comedians, 10 topics, the unofficial podcast of the KFC Double Down Chicken Sandwich. Ooh. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Yeah, it was the unsung hero of the sandwich wars.
I hate to break the news, but the sandwich is 10 years old, and there's a new sandwich in the town.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
Oh, they out.
They discontinued it?
They out. They posted they're out.
It was the number 9.
Popeyes is out.
It was on the menu.
Yeah, not anymore.
Popeyes
out.
tweeted we're out.
They tweeted we're out. They like we
like
out.
all of Popeyes.
We don't have no more.
What? I worked at Chick-fil-A. The chickens don't come without bones. You take the bones out.
If you let me tell it though, I feel like Chick-fil-A bought all Popeyes chickens. They was like, y'all ain't got the funds to roll with us like y'all thought y'all did, and they cut off the supply.
Yo, that is crazy.
Yeah, Rob Haze is here. Rob Haze is
here
in the building.
Yeah.
Wrestling with his internal chicken war.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good. Yeah, the Chick-fil-A war, did they like blow the bridges? Was that it? Like cut off the supply?
Yo,
they were very quiet.
They were real quiet because
they had 2 pieces of chicken.
KFC was like, let's rethink what a sandwich is.
Yeah.
What if we got rid of bread?
Honestly, at that time, my mind state, I messed with it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I never had a double down.
That's when I was in my most weed smoking. And I was like, yeah, the bread's getting in the way of the sandwich.
There was like bacon on it too.
Yeah, there's bacon and cheese in it. I seen someone make one before on accident, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I know what they thinking." I need that with the paper on it so that I don't mess my fingers up trying to eat that.
Oh no.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Whoever started that, I don't know if it's Shake Shack. I don't know who it is, but the little like the in paper, and out, but the little paper,
half paper, yeah.
It makes it so that now you can. Yo, Slutty Vegan needs that. Because that's a messy,
super messy burger.
It's great.
I just had my first one last week.
But it's messy. Yes. And it's like, yo, but I don't even know if paper can contain that.
You need some like some foil.
You need some like a bag.
Some from space.
No offense to the turtles, but you need some plastic.
No offense.
That it would be ironic if Slutty Vegan started accidentally killing turtles. There would be something kind of poetic
Slutty
about
needs
that.
to start paying us. We've talked about them too much on this podcast at this point in time.
We have.
Ain't nothing wrong with talking about Slutty Vegan, man.
They gotta come up with that check.
No, it hasn't all been positive.
Yeah.
But like I said, welcome to 4th and 10. We're missing Damon this week, but that's okay.
Yes, I'm here. We're gonna get past all that. We'll
get past
on Instagram and Twitter at DUEORDIE or DavidPurdueComedy.com. I'm saying my website confidently because Damon texted me last week. Your website's trash. updated.
Wow.
Oh, Damon will do that.
Damon
Wow.
texts weekly.
RobHaze.com.
Is yours updated weekly?
No.
You lucky Damon not here. It will
Yeah.
be next week. He'll blow up your phone. Make sure it's on point.
I think it's more of a flex to have a website that's not updated.
I couldn't
Like-
agree more with that.
Like I'm so popping. My
don't have time.
website, it shows I had dates
Right.
because it's got old dates on it.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I'm in the future.
I'm in high demand. My dates are secret and
Yeah.
they're in Dubai.
yeah. You don't need to know basis.
You
Don't go to my
seen
website.
Furious 8?
I
You
live-
seen Fast and the Furious 7 when they
Yeah.
drove that car through that one building into that other building? That's where I'm booked at.
Which building?
Come on, man. First building, man.
First building.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that had the car in it. Not the one that got the car, the one that had the car.
I didn't know which one would be.
No one knows what
better.
y'all are talking about.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
The 7th Fast and Furious.
Guys, people stopped at 4.
Come on, man. Paul Walker died for that movie, man.
I don't think
man.
people stopped watching Fast and Furious because they're doing spin-offs now.
Yeah. They're gonna be in space.
they're
before it's all
creating their
said
own
and done.
universe.
Hey, have y'all seen Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
No,
If you ever want to laugh at an action movie, that's it. I cried. I was crying laughing.
Oh.
Boy, they did some goofy
They
things.
jumped the shark for real, for real.
Man, they was dunking on sharks. Them sharks didn't have a chance. Boy, them sharks got no defense. They
was
jumped
that
all
crazy?
over them sharks. Boy.
I heard it was some sort of like chemically enhanced person in it, baby.
Hey, man.
And what Idris, I just heard
Idris
Idris
Elba.
he said, "I'm Black Superman."
Hey,
I said, "I gave him the secret serum."
spoiler alert. If you want to see Hobbs and Shaw and haven't seen it yet, you're in a real small margin. But
Yeah.
stop listening for real quick. Idris Elba was a cyborg, man.
I'll probably.
I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up.
I've never
Idris
wanted to
Elba
watch
was a
that movie.
cyborg. There was also someone who was carrying a disease through their body that was going to destroy all of mankind.
What? This used to be about cars. When
They
did we
needed
do
a car mechanic to figure out how to get the disease out of her. Because they used to doing stuff with like exhaust and NOS and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Literally, like 20 years ago, somebody was like, "What if we made a movie about street racing?" And they're gonna go to space.
They had no idea.
All right, all I know, we got to shout out some new patrons.
Yeah.
Julian Mercer.
Yes. Shout out to Julian Mercer.
Shout out, Julian. What's
I
up?
hope you have seen Fast and the Furious and we didn't surprise you.
Yeah.
That would be so sad for you if you just became a patron
And
we
then like
ruined
this
him-
is a
and we
full
ruined the
of- this
movie
is a
for
full
you.
of spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, although if you're holding out on Hobbs and Shaw, I think that's a very
We're no.
Hey,
We are not
Julian.
above anyone that wants to be a patron. I thought you were about to say
no.
you can.
No, our patrons, like, if they wanted to see, like Rob said, if somebody's wanted to see the movie, they've seen it by now.
Hey,
Nobody's
Julian, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. For those 12 seconds.
Yo, you wild.
Do we have a review?
We did, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not.
This is not good.
It's not good. Like I wanted to read a review. I was banking on the fact that one of these listeners, our growing fan base, would be like, you know what? I heard last week he said we need a review, and I should review it. And then did nobody new review, and so now I don't know which old review I read already. So I'm not gonna double dip. I'm not gonna take the chance to double
Not
dip.
even-
It sounds like you blaming the audience for you not being organized.
That's exactly what
I
I've
don't
been
know
doing.
which one of
That feels-
these I read, so write a new one so that I know it's new.
I mean, I
Get
can
outta
read this
here.
one that I know I didn't read. It's from Isaac CNQ, and it literally just
Come
says,
on, man, that's too many consonants.
all of these are a lot of content. The title of his really good podcast, 5 stars, and it says read above. That is the whole review.
There we go.
All right.
Shout out to Isaac CNQ.
Thank you for
for
5
that
stars.
review.
Here's
Please
the,
continue
Here's
to
the bad news.
what?
You've read that one before.
No, I didn't.
You have.
I wasn't here for that. I couldn't have been here for that one.
It's off the rails, guys.
How you read it before and you wasn't here?
That's what I'm saying.
If
Somebody
you
else
was
read
here,
it.
you read it before.
Somebody else had to read that one. Did I read that one before?
Mm-hmm. Because it came right after one that was like really long.
We did.
And then you read it. You're like, hey, this week we're going to read a really short one.
Did I read?
Isaac, we appreciate
Did I read
it.
Unless
random-
someone else has done that too.
Nah, it's probably the same person.
Efficiency is key, Isaac. We appreciate that.
You know what? Not only review people, just help me figure out a system.
No, people
No,
will
we
try.
have,
No, and then I looked on Slack and it wasn't updated.
we have asked for a system and people have created a system.
You know what? I'm gonna
Guys,
be better.
pray for David.
Yeah, at this point, thoughts and prayers.
Just awesome prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
That's it. That's all we get
That's-
me through.
that's all we got
It's
at
a very
this point.
difficult time. Thoughts and prayers.
All right.
All right, ready to do this?
Let's do it. Let's jump into it. 10 topics. The number one most important sports topic in the world today. Major League Baseball sent out a memo warning players about the, quote, very real risk of over-the-counter sexual enhancement pills. 2 players were suspended for using these as PEDs, and apparently it's so prevalent in Major League Baseball, they felt the need to send out a memo to tell people to stop grabbing the weird sex pills at Exxon. Or they're at other ones. I don't need to call it
Okay,
Exxon.
you
I'm about to
know,
say you
you
real
know who
specific.
got him.
Yeah, Nate know the plug.
It's
Yeah.
because
Exxon
for the first time in
on
my
Boulevard, right behind the hot Cheetos. If you go there, ask for a man named Rico.
He's got the wild goat.
Yeah, he got the. Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I saw
Why would they
somebody
be
purchase
behind
these.
the Cheetos? You know they behind the counter.
They are behind the counter, behind the Cheetos on the counter though.
What does this do for baseball players?
I think it's a blood flow thing. I think it's the same reason people used to take Viagra when they worked out to get blood flowing.
Why don't you take B12? Don't it do the same thing?
So, okay, so it's not like you on roids already that's messing with your libido, so you got to get the libido up. That's not it.
No.
It's purely like if you work out on the horny goat, you gonna be like
That was the
More
word I was
muscle.
looking for.
Horny goat.
Yeah.
Horny
Yeah.
goat?
If you work out, so do we know the 2 players that got caught? Because we should be shaming them.
I don't see it. I don't
Okay.
see names. They didn't name names yet.
Who pulling up to the gas station?
they gotta wear the baggy pants. They gotta wear the old school pants. If you get caught with that,
Why they got to
you
wear the
don't
baggy
get to
pants?
wear the. You gotta
Can't
wear the
tight-
old school, like Pride of the Yankees pants.
Right?
Like yeah.
The ones that flap in the wind?
Yeah, your pants got to tuck in your socks.
Yeah.
If you get caught with
The
that.
big joints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I mean, my first thought is who you gotta sit. Hopefully they're not buying it for them, like they're not going to the counter themselves and doing
Why
like
not?
that's the thing. You send a runner.
Why not?
If you got a lot of money, you send a runner. Like I'm not gonna be identified as a professional athlete who's buying.
If you a
over the
baseball
counter.
player, you're not that recognizable.
This is true.
Especially if you don't got your hat on. You just come, you leave your hat in the car and go and buy your pills. Nobody's gonna notice you.
Yeah, but also I don't think it's Mike Trout that's buying these pills. I think he's good.
Okay,
I think it's got to be other. It's got to. Yeah, you need friends that will still be your friend after you ask them, "Hey, will you go up to the counter and buy me the pill with the lightning bolt?"
the lightning bolt.
Plus, if you doing it for like, you could probably buy them a bunch at one time because it's not like you using them to for
that.
like when you gonna need some action. You using them for when you gonna work out. So it's probably not a bunch of purchases. It's probably just like one time.
Buy 'em in
one
bulk.
time. Yeah,
Like a
let
Costco
me get,
purchase.
Let me get a whole box.
I get a
Yeah.
pallet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like to buy these. These right here. No.
And you gotta
Give me
remember they
all of
also
them.
millionaires, so they can come through like, all right, cool. Nobody's at the gas station. Bet. You know what I'm saying?
Later
All
after
of
the
them.
game.
Run them. I want all of
Yeah,
them.
go to the back.
I saw somebody buy these in person for the first time in my entire life.
How was that experience?
It was on the way to Huntsville for Epic Comedy Hour. We stopped at a gas station
Oh, it was
somewhere in
somebody you was
Alabama.
with?
No.
Oh, because I'm about to say I know who you was with.
No,
and that's
that-
funny to me.
That's a whole different story.
Okay.
I just left the DR and they push Viagra on you all day.
Oh, really?
I was offended. I was like, y'all just think I'm just out here with a problem. Because everywhere I go, people like, yo, it's blue. It's blue.
Really?
Blue pill.
Oh,
I have the blue pill. You need it? I have Cialis. You need it? I was like, yo, chill. What have y'all heard about me? I'm straight.
what's out here?
What's going on?
Why do you have so many?
I'm eating breakfast.
They pushing them like candy.
Like, if you have
Island
weed,
Light.
I would like to talk to you.
I'm trying to find clean water. Meanwhile, you come to me, blue. It's blue. It's blue.
That's wild.
Next topic. On to tennis. Maria Sharapova and Serena Williams played again last night. This is their ninth. Serena won in like less than an hour, I think.
It was quick.
It was quick.
She made quick work of her.
It was really quick. It's now 19 in a row, I believe, that Serena has won. The media still hypes this up as a rivalry. Is it still a rivalry?
What do you think?
No.
What qualifies as a rivalry?
Honestly, I think you can have a rival where one dominates and the other doesn't if y'all both take it seriously. As someone who went to Georgia and we got beat by Florida probably like 20 more times than we beat them, especially like when I was there, it's getting more even now. But when I was at Georgia, it looked like Florida just dominated us. But we looked at them as a rival, and I felt like they looked at us as a rival. I feel like Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Bill beat Wilt way more times.
Yes.
But I feel like he had a level of respect for Wilt Chamberlain
Because he
that
probably
he knew he had to bring his A game to Wilt Chamberlain.
I can see that, but he probably didn't dominate Wilt. Serena's dominating her.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if it's close,
You could say Bill dominated Wilt. Wilt beat Bill a couple times.
Sure.
But you could say that for the 60s,
Yeah.
Bill had Wilt's number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I honestly think
But
go ahead.
I would say if Serena in her 40s is knocking her down in 2 sets, that's not respect.
That's not respect.
That's mentally, I feel like I got this.
So I feel like this is a couple of things. I think if we're gonna say, I don't think it's actually an on court rivalry. I think it's an off the court rivalry. I think that's what it is, right? And I say that because I feel like Serena recognizes how much attention Sharapova has always got, and she's like, but she ain't good. I dominate her, right? And I was listening to a post match interview where some announcer was like, "What is it about Sharapova? These last 19, you've been a 19. What is it about Sharapova that brings out the best with you?" And Serena, to her credit, was very much so like, she's a good opponent and she plays hard and all this. But all I heard was the Aretha Franklin nice gowns. She wears nice, like it was the nice gowns version of, oh, that girl out here working, but I'm better than you. Like I don't even want to acknowledge you.
I don't think that's the best in Serena. I don't think she brings out the best in Serena.
No, she dominates her. That's what when I think the reporter was trying to say you bring out the best. I don't think it was the best either. I think what she should have said was, why do you dominate her so much?
But they not gonna say that.
Yeah, but
they gonna try to make it like, oh man, when she sees Sharapova, she just becomes this super being. But
Right.
it's like, no,
Maybe Sharapova
she's
trash.
just way better than her.
yeah, maybe Sharapova's not as good.
They don't match up well.
Dan, you play tennis. Help me out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're trying to get people to watch.
Of course.
So they're never going to say, like, hey, guys, this match is going to be over in an hour.
Right.
But you just recognize the names, so pay attention.
Sure.
I mean, so I think they're, like, feeding off of the name recognition to say, like there are people playing in the U.S. Open right now that are seeded 3rd and 4th and 5th that you've never heard of.
Sure.
They're young. They're up and coming. So, like, you see those matches come across, and you're like, ah.
Right.
But you see Sharapova and Serena play, like, this used to be the finals match. And that's what I would agree with Rob. Like, yes, Serena may have beaten her, but to the same degree that, like, Serena and Venus, like, are sisters and rivals to a certain degree. Like,
Sure.
Serena owns Venus.
She does.
But Venus has a bunch of major championships.
Right.
So does Sharapova.
Right.
Like, she's a major champion. So I think you got to put a little respect on her name.
Well, yeah.
And say, like, yeah, like, she just ran into the greatest of all time. And
Yeah, Sharapova's no bum.
No,
she's no bum.
she used to be one of the best tennis players in
Right.
the world 5-6 years ago.
Right.
Now we're just, now she's Jordan and Charlotte, and like, but people are still
What
trying
does
to
that
like.
mean? She just
just
owns a team.
Yeah.
Like,
you mean
she's just
in
like
Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Oh.
out to pasture.
Yeah.
She's Jordan and Charlotte. Like
Just
she's
practice
like
against
baggy,
much better players.
talking trash to Kimba Walker. I don't know what this analogy.
Hey, wait for him
means.
to be a player coach all over again.
Baggy jeans and Hitler mustaches for her
Oh,
from
man.
now on.
Shut that down.
Yeah, I think one of the problems with tennis is there's too many weird European names.
Nope. Oh no. Keep talking.
no.
Let him.
I
Barry,
just
Wow.
think like there's some really good players that I'm just like I can't be a
You should
fan if
watch
I
hockey.
can't pronounce your name. Hockey's the same way.
Wait,
should
what,
watch
what
soccer.
weird European names?
You
are
should watch
Are
the
you
Dallas
referring to
Mavericks.
Sharapova?
Right.
No, Sharapova. I've heard enough.
She's not European.
No, she's like Russian or
Russian.
something, right? That's kind of Europe. That's all out there.
Wow.
Keep going.
Are you saying
Wow.
Russian? Are you saying Russians
Wow.
or Asians?
I thought I was gonna
Hey,
get canceled. This
Like
is
what
great.
do you
No.
what do you call Russians?
This is where we just let
I
Nick bury
call
himself.
Russians Russians.
Yeah.
They're
don't-
not
they can't-
Europeans.
but they don't have their own continent.
They speak they speak a
Eurasia's
Cyrillic.
kind of a
Eurasia.
combination of two continents. So
Facts.
Yeah, but it's like
and it's huge. So
Right.
you know,
Like they're
who draws the continents? All right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like I would call British
them
people
pencils?
Europeans,
they're in Europe.
but like
dummy.
Russians, I wouldn't call Asians. They're in Asia.
Are you saying because they white?
I think there's something to that. I think
Okay.
there's something. Russians just feel European.
God.
There's something to it.
That's all letting you get this stuff out.
They
Wow.
just they feel.
I
Kinda
just love how he
European.
started this conversation. Here's what's wrong with tennis. The names are weird.
and
we
then
didn't
followed
even-
that
That's
up.
gonna be problematic regardless
Yes.
of the sport, context,
Yeah, yeah.
anything. The names are weird.
I'm just saying, like Federer
Also,
is great.
there's
easy
no
to pronounce.
way whoever's like trying to build tennis.
So
as
do
his
you have a
brand-
problem with Djokovic?
It's not great,
Oh, you tripping?
but like it's good that
oh,
he got
you
like
tripping.
when people call him the
Djokovic
Joker.
is the
Yeah.
illest.
Like-
He's probably the GOAT.
Oh,
Yeah.
you like him?
Djokovic,
You like
and
him?
he's the funniest.
I'm-
He's the funniest in
Yes.
tennis.
I'm willing.
You like him because they call him the Joker?
I mean, it helps.
See,
it helps
here's
me.
all right. I don't know, but this is the interesting thing that me and my brother talk about all the time, right? In baseball, is how like you're. Remember Bobby Cox used to always have a nickname for all the players.
Yeah, it was great.
And no, it wasn't great. He was just butcher. Like not every white person's room, man. Like y'all was short.
There's
up.
only two of us, so he
Yeah.
just thank you.
Dan, you're safe. I didn't want to lump you in with him, but y'all do this thing where y'all will like shorten somebody's name or butcher somebody's name for
Yeah.
your convenience. It's like that ain't that man's name.
Honestly,
Like me and my brother talked about how like for years Atlanta sports writer called his name Andrew Jones and it's Andrew. It's not right. And then I was listening to they were talking about Acuna and everybody calls him Ronald.
Ronald,
It's
stop
not
it.
Ronald. It's not Ronald. It's Ronald.
Yo.
There's nobody from Venezuela named Ronald.
I didn't know
I'll
Andrew
be honest.
Jones' name till he said it.
Right.
I saw like a commercial. And he was like, "I'm Andrew Jones of the Atlanta Braves."
Yeah.
I was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah, y'all be butchering names. Like I'm glad you know that too. Everybody says Ronald. It's like it's Ronald. I heard so. I think it was
It's Ronnie.
Nate,
no, it's not Ronnie. You don't call him
Nate, that's-
Ronnie.
honestly,
Disrespectful.
I really do feel like certain people they've earned the right. Like I feel like I'm tired of people calling Giannis a Greek freak. He's the MVP.
Give him his name.
He
You're right.
should be Giannis
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
Like
we can
you-
all say it.
And
Yep.
if you can
Minus
figure
name.
out how
Nate,
to
can you say his name?
I can say Giannis.
No, say his last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Yo, that was the thing is that was a diligent effort.
Lil Wayne rapped it on a song called Big Bad Wolf. When I heard Big Bad Wolf by Lil Wayne, I was like, if Lil Wayne can rap it,
Facts.
I should be able to say
be
it.
able to say it.
Like,
One more time, Nate.
Antetokounmpo. So
Next topic.
Next
Yeah.
topic.
Jeez.
the worst thing about Azarenka is not her name. Okay?
There we go.
It's her every shot.
It's like Mario dying.
Yeah.
I can say Azarenka like
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Right.
She got to stop making all that
Set
noise.
that noise down.
Sharapova is just as bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great.
Hey, what we got next?
Staying in tennis, with this being a rivalry, Serena Williams' husband showed up to the match wearing a Dare shirt, the high school anti-drug people. The reason this is significant because Sharapova just recently, she come out of rehab or was just caught with drugs
She was suspended, right, from WTA for doping.
Yep.
for doping.
Yes.
PEDs.
So
PEDs.
she did drugs, and he shows up in an anti-drugs, famously anti-drugs T-shirt.
That is, I don't feel like we've talked about that. Like the general media has talked about that level of troll enough. Like the fact that I haven't seen it a lot on Twitter. I'm like, oh, they must be trying to bury it. Somebody's behind them, like talking about it, because that is like a disrespectful troll. That's more like that's a top tier. Like this person got caught doing honestly what is now one of the most embarrassing things to do in sports, and then you just happen to have a Dare shirt. Nobody has a Dare shirt anymore.
That dude is a billionaire with
man.
a B.
Oh.
That man doesn't own a shirt that's made of cotton until probably 3 days before that
He
match.
might own Dare.
Also, he's not American, right?
No, it's not.
So the Dare program, I don't know they reach.
Yeah.
But I think that was only here.
Yeah.
You don't think it was international?
He didn't grow up with the dare.
He didn't grow up with the dare, and it's the U.S. Open, so
Yes.
he knew he was gonna be here, and it's a reference to here.
Yes.
That's another level.
Did Serena tell him about dare, or you think he just like Googled like
There
American
was
drugs?
definitely a conversation with somebody.
I mean, he he created Reddit, so like I'm sure he just got on.
Oh, he created Reddit.
That's how he made his money.
Oh no.
Yeah. That family good.
Oh, I'm not excited.
No?
I don't know how I feel about this man.
Why not?
Well, I was always shaky on dude
Okay.
because last year
Uh-huh.
Serena got in trouble for coaching. Isn't he the coach?
No. This is her husband.
It's her husband. Her husband's not her coach.
Her husband's not a coach.
No. He's just I like how in this world you thought he both created Reddit and
Yo, I'm like, yo,
championship tennis.
Yo,
That's quite a life.
I was like, yeah, this man is impressive.
Her husband wore the dare shirt.
Yes, her husband wore the dare shirt.
Okay,
Billionaire
so
Reddit
I got
founder.
beef with her coach.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people have beef with their coach.
Yeah.
For giving her tips. But the dare
And also like not owning up to it.
he kind of let her he never said that. He kind of let her
He kind of made it seem like, well, she,
Yeah.
like we had this thing, but he never was like, that's on me. I was a bad coach.
Right.
I was actually surprised to see that he was still her coach because they interviewed him right before the Sharapova match, and I was like, you'd think that like there would be 4 or 5 coaches that Serena could call and be like, hey, I want you to come coach me.
Because this guy left me high and dry.
Yeah, like I'm done with this dude.
Or go
That's how he's
Gail
good.
Monfils and just don't have a coach.
Not. I feel like she must know he brings out greatness in her.
Yep.
More than
That
anybody
has
else.
to be. That's
And
the
you've
only
established-
answer.
Yeah.
No, it's Sharapova that brings the
You're right.
greatness.
The rivalry of
brings
the
the greatness.
Sharapova rivalry. Is this? Let me ask you. Is this the greatest? Is this one of the greatest trolls in sports that we've seen?
LeBron wearing the Ultimate Warrior T-shirt after he beat the Warriors. That was pretty good.
It was aight.
It was-
Yeah.
There's been a handful.
The 13-1 cookies, I think, was better.
The cookies were much better.
than the Ultimate Warrior shirt. I would say that Pusha T shirt, even though they didn't win,
yes.
that was like another level. And Drake responded.
Yeah. That was a good back and forth. That was a solid war.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy performing at the Wizards halftime. Wizards Cavs. LeBron in the locker room interview says, Deshaun Stevenson to me, that's like Soulja Boy to Jay-Z.
Oh.
And then the Wizards had Soulja Boy come and perform at halftime.
Oh wow. I didn't know this.
It was the greatest thing ever. And it was like the summer of 2008. It was like when Crank That was like, at its height. So it was,
Oh, I didn't know that's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to organizations that have a little fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
No,
to
they
them.
invited Soulja Boy to the game. He
Yeah.
was courtside. Then
And
he
he
performed at
yuled
halftime.
all
He
up and down the
yuled.
court. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cleveland yuled him right
did
out of the
yule him.
playoffs.
Next topic, staying in the NBA. James Harden was interviewed this week and talking about that he added a 1 foot shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great. I don't think it's going to work.
It's a sidestep.
It's
1
a side
foot.
step 1 foot. It's like shorter Dirk. Anyway, what he talked about was that he wants.
That's exactly what it is, actually.
Yeah, he wants his step back to be considered a historic shot.
The travel?
So he said he wants his step back to be in the conversation with like the sky hook, Jordan's fadeaway, or like and Dirk. He referenced Dirk's 1 foot fadeaway, and he said I want my shot to be.
Which
in that
shot? You talking about
conversation.
this new one?
He's talking about his step back.
His current old one.
First things first, Dirk didn't invent that shot.
The off the wrong foot? Who did that before him?
Wilt Chamberlain, but you'll never see it because of the agenda to make. Because Michael Jordan owns his footage, so he has to be the GOAT, or else you won't see any
Michael
of his
Jordan owns
highlights.
Will Chamberlain's footage?
No, Michael Jordan owns his own footage.
Okay.
So all the major sports networks have to appease Michael Jordan. So therefore, we never hear about the greatness of Wilt Chamberlain. It's a whole conspiracy online. I don't know if you guys know about it. There's several accounts. There's several YouTube accounts. I've said too much. Anyway, there's plenty of footage of 1 foot jump shots, Wilt Chamberlain.
Not a fade, though.
Mm-hmm. It's the 60s, so it's called a fall away.
Okay.
Who was he fading away from?
Yeah, that's
What
the
you
problem
mean?
right
He's
there.
a foot taller than everybody
That's
he played
not
against.
true. That's not true.
Who did he
There are
have to
plenty of guys that are on the Knicks, that were on the Celtics, that were 6'10", that were 6'9", that were like tall players.
Sure.
All that to be said, there is no chance in hell that Harden goes down in history as inventing something. Like, we're past that in basketball.
I don't think he
Like,
was saying that he invented
LeBron
it.
doesn't. LeBron invented the crab step. Like, that's his.
Why are we all inventing these travels? These are travels.
Wow, the crab dribble, that's great times right there. First of all. Second of all, the step back is iconic.
No, the step back is iconic. It's just not ever going to be Harden's.
The step back is iconic, and it is, it's grandfathered into being a legal move because it was the final shot of the 2016 finals. Therefore, Kyrie Irving doing the step back and all those highlights for a full summer, it's kind of like we got to let him do it because a game ended with somebody doing it.
And we can't act like that is not okay. Is that what you're
But
saying?
a step back is legal as long as you haven't picked up your dribble right before you do it.
It's too much shuffling.
Is it?
It's a lot of shuffling.
Yeah,
It's too
you
much
take
shuffling.
2 steps.
Is it?
Yo,
Yes.
he picks
you
it
can't-
up
I don't think
and
you
then
can
goes
take-
1-2.
Which is legal.
But you can't take 2 steps and stop. When you take 2 steps, your momentum has to carry you through.
Do we know this?
It's the reason people on a layup don't take 2 steps, stop, pump fake. Once you initiate the 1-2 step, you have to follow through. Your momentum
what
has
about
to
a
take
hop
you through the
step?
rest of the move. The hop step, you lose your pivot foot. So when you hop step, you come down. You have to keep both feet planted.
But he's essentially hop
So
stepping to a fadeaway.
it's a backwards hop
backward
step.
hop step.
That's the weirdest, best way to describe it. It's a backwards hop step.
So we just saying it's not a travel at this point.
It's a travel because he should lose his pivot foot if it's a backwards hop step.
He always shoots
But
it when he does it.
people shoot from it. They're
Yeah.
not. They don't like.
Yeah.
It's not like a backwards hop step. Then establish a new pivot.
I mean,
All right.
he had a kid ask him about it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he had some like 7-year-old interview him, and he was like, "How do you feel about that? You walk all the time?"
My argument is that it doesn't belong to Harden. It belongs to Kyrie. That's my argument.
The Kyrie step back.
Kyrie don't do it as much as Harden, though.
But the step
Yeah,
back
but Kyrie
was,
did it in like a crucial moment of a Kyrie did it in a game 7 of a championship.
But like Kobe did the step back. Like there's it's absolutely
Like the cross step back.
Yeah.
It didn't look like Harden's though.
No,
It looked
this-
different. Something
this
I
don't look-
can't define it. It just looked different.
I need
There's more
footage.
steps involved. My thing
we will look at it after.
yes. One, have we seen Harden's new? Have everybody seen his new sidestep
Yes.
thing? Also, am I the only one who's tired of these gym videos of the summer?
No.
I'm
Hoodie,
sick of
hoodie
these-
videos.
No.
All of these videos are trash.
Unless
Nobody's
it's Devin
really playing
Booker,
defense.
I want to see it.
You know, are you pro double in the summer? Or are you anti double?
I'm anti-complaining about double.
You should,
I
yeah.
should know. I should know about it. If you feel that way, that should be something that you just like. You shouldn't say "don't double me."
Yeah.
that's weak.
That is weak.
You know what I'm saying? You should just be like, "Hey,
Hey, what you
I ain't
doing right
gonna
now?
play anymore,
I thought we was working."
Hey, Trey, just me and you. We're gonna play with
Yeah.
somebody else.
Trae Young
or
was
if you
capable
want
of-
to play one-on-one, play one-on-one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the summer.
Yes.
Why
yeah.
are you playing team if you don't like
You want to do stuff
teamwork?
that teams would do? This is a solid point. This is super solid.
Next topic.
Yeah.
Drake just released the "Money in the Grave" music video.
That was the whitest
Yeah. You could not.
way
look-
you could have read that.
I don't
You
have
read
much.
that like your dad would.
Drake just
Yeah.
released
The
the
money in.
He
Money
read it
in
like
the
it's in
grave.
trouble.
Yeah. What was the name of the video, Nate? Spit it out. Money in the grave.
Money in the Grave. That actually used to be one of my parents' punishments. If they caught us listening to music that they didn't like, we had to read the lyrics to them.
Oh, that would be the worst punishment ever.
That was terrible. My little
That's
sister,
very effective.
my little sister got caught with Laffy Taffy, and it's still one of the funniest things.
Bro,
listening
what?
from the other room as 13-year-old Emily.
Hold on.
Coffee, Jolly Ranchers. It says it's so hard.
You got me looking up the Laffy Taffy
could
lyrics
not stop. Like
right
where's
now.
Hate the dance floor. Mommy, I don't want to do this. No. Read it. It's a candy store, and I'm really geeked up.
Up.
It was great. I highly recommend it. It makes you very sneaky with your iPod Shuffle. This topic though. So Drake was wearing a LeBron James Jr. Do what?
This is a lot. She had to read the second verse.
I don't know how far they got because I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. So I had to vacate. I just went
Stacks
outside.
on deck, your ankles swell.
I don't think she got that far.
Girl, let me touch it. I will never tell. This is uncomfortable right now.
Man, I didn't know they said that.
Oh, I'm reading the second verse. I'm like, there ain't no way. I'd have been, all right, enough. Go to your room.
I think that
I was
must have
too
been
busy snapping and dancing
I was about to say,
pay attention to those.
I think I knew the first verse, and after that, I was like, this is where I dance. I'm not worried about that. But go ahead.
This topic: Drake's wearing a LeBron James Jr. jersey in the music video. Is this too much? Wearing a high school.
Drake gotta relax, bro. Hey, he gotta relax.
Relax.
Like on several levels.
Yeah.
First of all, you shouldn't have. There shouldn't be.
Stop texting 11.
Yeah,
I think that would be number one.
Yeah, get off. You
Don't
listen.
Don't be friends with the Stranger
Don't
Things.
be friends with these kids, bro.
You can be a fan. You can say, "Hey, you guys are great." I love
Unless
your show.
he- yeah.
Don't hang out with them.
Okay. All right, y'all went there already. Off top. Okay. All right.
Started with it. I'm just saying the block is hot right now, Drake. If you don't want that on, you just hey man, be like, I only know adults.
We all saw what happened to what's his name when he dated a Kardashian when she was illegal.
What's my man's name?
It was not Courtney. It's the youngest one. Yeah, Tyga.
Yeah.
Tyga.
But this is a level of just weirdness and it's just too much.
Yeah,
Of
what are you trying to
course,
do?
know?
Are you trying to
'Cause
big
it's
up his child?
Yeah, because it's like LeBron Jr. is how old?
15?
He's 15.
Is he? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was weird when people wore LeBron's jersey while he was still, but it was like, that's a grown man. He's
Right.
about to be a grown man.
Yeah.
Like he's 18.
Like you're a phenomenon.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
a cultural
Like,
phenomenon.
But
Bronny just dunked last week.
you
He brand new to dunking.
you the number one, rapper.
Yeah.
If it's what's his name? NLE Chopper or whatever. That boy is 15, 16.
Yeah, let him wear Bronny
You know what I'm
jersey.
saying? Let him wear Bronny's jersey.
Yeah.
But first of all, I don't wear shoes or jerseys of players younger than me.
That's fair.
I have that
don't-
rule too.
I only, I don't even wear KDs because he's my age. I haven't worn a pair of Kyrie's. I haven't worn,
Dang, I got some Damian Lillards.
Giannis. I haven't
He
worn
is younger than me.
Dame.
But them joints don't
I've
sell.
only worn LeBron. He was a senior when I was a freshman.
Yeah.
And Jordan, Griffey.
They gotta be
Agassi,
younger than you.
Yeah.
They got to be older than me.
Yeah,
You
older
know
than you.
what
That's
I'm
what I mean. Yeah,
saying?
they gotta be
So-
older than you.
It's just kind of what's
It's
the
weird.
goal? What was the best case scenario for you wearing?
You know what?
Did you wear is high school jersey? Is it AAU? It's just
It's an AAU probably.
Yeah.
it's a lot
That's
of
all
work
we've
to get
seen.
that. He had to personalize
But
that.
I think that's the point. It's in the age of Etsy, everybody can get every jersey that existed, whether it's fictional or real.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one that can get this Bronny jersey.
It is. I feel like it makes a difference if it's his AAU jersey or it's his high school jersey.
Either way, it's whack.
Yeah.
No, it's super whack either way.
It's whack for Drake. It would be cool if someone in the video had the jersey on, someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
But don't be the guy.
Or just put
with-
Bronny in the video.
Nah, that's too much too. That's even worse.
This feels worse.
No.
Cause you be like, oh, this kid, you know what I mean?
I just think it's he took a risk because he thought it might come across as it's trying to be too smart for good. He's trying to lay an Easter egg in the video of but it's just so on the nose and so heavy handed that it's dude.
Hey, he do too
You're
much.
not creative.
We not even talk about. Remember, don't he have a Steph Curry tattoo on his body?
Honestly,
KD.
that's
He does.
tampering, and I think Drake should lose his stake in the team if he's gonna, if you're gonna be an owner of a team, you can't be wearing little kids' jerseys. So I think that's tampering.
Yeah, I don't know. Just it's a lot of pressure on this kid. He's already LeBron James Jr. and he's
Yeah.
playing basketball, and now famous people are wearing your jersey. It's like that's.
I mean, but if anybody know
Oh,
how
he has a McCall cooking breakdown coming for him for sure.
Oh no, he good.
Details on the hay you gave. Now look, before LeBron jumped on the court and left his shoe, let's go back and look at this play.
what started as an innocent Taco Tuesday soon turned sinister.
What if I told you that Taco Tuesday,
There's a 30 for 30.
There's a
It's
30 for
happening,
30.
man.
he gets his before LeBron gets his decision movie
The
that we
decline
know
of
they
Bronny.
have in the vault?
The decline of Bronny.
All right.
All right, next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your grandma's favorite topic. If you don't know what that is, it's Nate Haze. Nate, what are you hating on this week?
All right. So this is something I think it's a whole company that we need to shut down.
Ooh,
And
going big with this one.
that's U-Haul. We got to get rid of U-Haul. It's not good. It's dangerous. They just rent out tanks. I don't know if you knew that. They just let people drive biggest vehicles you can find without any credentials. I could go out right now and buy a tractor trailer, basically, and just have it to drive around like a supervillain. It's
You
not
gotta
good.
have a license,
We gotta have a okay. So you got one credential. You gotta have a license.
like a big truck license,
I don't think so.
like class D or whatever.
I saw my brother-in-law get one when they moved, and he hit the mailbox on the way out, and it was like, yeah, he hit the mailbox because you handed him the keys to a giant truck that he doesn't know how to drive. Like it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. I think we need to stop. I think we need to stop with U-Haul. If you can't fit all your stuff in your car, then you lose that stuff. That's just how it is. If you don't have the criteria to drive a big truck, then you don't get a lot of stuff when you move.
What you gonna do with the sofa, bro?
You get a minivan worth of stuff. That's it. That's all you get. I've moved like 3 times,
You got a sofa?
and I've done.
You gonna put a sofa in your Toyota Highlander?
You could if it
Are
was
you
a
gonna
small
do that?
enough
You
sofa.
better not listen.
If
When
it
you
was-
move out of this house, you better not. You set yourself up for failure. You better not put a sofa. You better not have nothing in there.
No, I
You better not get
don't.
no U-Haul.
I don't.
Come
I
on,
don't move
man.
with anything
Well,
I
it's
can't.
it's
if I get
convenient now.
rent.
You're poor as hell and you own
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, and I also like if I'm rich enough to have a lot of stuff to move, I'm rich enough to go get training to drive a bigger truck so that I'm not a liability on the road.
Here's what I like about you in this
No.
situation. You say, I got enough money now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to train to drive a truck.
Instead of
Not
hiring-
hire a mover.
Instead of hiring someone.
You're like,
Yeah.
nope, I can do it myself.
What?
I'll put the money to training. I'll show up every Saturday,
Come on,
6 a.m. and drive around with my instructor.
You know, movers is a pretty good idea.
You
I'm
haven't
gonna-
lived,
I'm gonna
you
write that
haven't
one
lived
down.
till you driven a U-Haul truck across the country, man.
That
You haven't
sounds
lived.
terrifying.
Have you done that?
No.
Huh?
You did that recently, right?
No, I put everything in a Suburban.
Oh, okay.
I rented a Suburban.
That's a big one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it don't fit in the Suburban.
Did I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't
You're,
need
you're
it.
on Nate's train.
I think that's a
But
great
I didn't have
system.
any furniture. If I had furniture, I would have.
U-Hauled
I would
it.
have had a U-Haul. Yeah.
It's
I've
terrifying.
rented a U-Haul. I've moved 3 times. The first 2 times we moved ourselves with a U-Haul.
Yeah.
Did you ask friends to help?
Yeah.
I think it's another thing. I'm done being asked to help somebody move. I
Shouldn't
don't
have
like
such a
it.
strong back, bro.
I don't like it because I never get to be the guy in the truck. They never let me play Tetris.
Oh, I'm truck shouty.
You mean like
you,
in the
you
truck?
want you really want the one box man out here moving stuff on his own?
Yeah.
No, you want me to figure out this truck.
How the situation? How
Yeah,
to situate it.
or else we all gonna take a long time.
I think that's the thing. Like I want to be the guy in the truck. Because now if I don't want to help friends move, like I
I'm
got
coordinating lunch. No,
That's
no,
a solid.
hey,
No one
That's a
talks about that
solid
one.
move.
Enough. That's,
anybody
yeah.
got the number to Pizza Hut? Because I'm gonna figure this
Yeah,
out.
it'll be there waiting for us when we
Yeah.
get there.
what are your specials? That's what. Yeah, but so I think we need to be done. I think U-Haul just needs to.
Did you
have
have a
higher
recent
standards.
run-in with a U-Haul truck?
No, but every time I see one on the road, I'm like, I'm done driving for a little bit.
You don't get excited when you see the little picture on the side. Like, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be a dinosaur? Is it gonna be a giant butterfly? Like, what is it?
They literally try to keep us entertained.
Yeah, it's like a little NASA
There's
dude
trivia.
and stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
There's trivia. I'm driving. I shouldn't be reading U.S. trivia. That's not good.
You read your phone in the car.
No, I
It's a
don't.
giant stamp and
That's
the stuff
alleged.
flying out of it, and man, it's
Yeah,
so cool.
it's all types of cool artwork.
Yeah,
And
they always
quizzes.
got orange and green and stuff in there. Like it's like Lisa Frank for men. You know what I mean?
What do you think is more dangerous, U-Hauls or bird scooters?
That's a good question.
I think U-Hauls can do more damage, but I interact with more bird scooters. So for me, it's definitely bird scooters. I see much more of those, and I don't like. I feel like everybody's on the same page with bird scooters, which is weird. I'm like everybody hates them, and yet everybody uses them all
I
the
don't
time.
hate them.
How do you not hate them?
I don't hate them.
I thought we were all on the same page with that.
Never think we
Nate,
were on the same page.
They're
I don't think that's ever
dangerous.
safe.
They're just human torpedoes that people ride on the sidewalk. That's all they are.
Bro, what did you do when you saw your first bike?
I rode it not at people.
No, not when you were riding your first bike. When you just saw it.
I just saw a
'Cause
bicycle.
you're acting like the bird scooter and the bike aren't very similar.
The bikes. People don't ride the bikes on the sidewalk.
Some people do.
I don't.
And you hate when people ride bikes in the road.
I do. That's very annoying.
You just
as
hate
well.
people.
Your
moving
web
fast.
of hate
You just
is
hate
very
people
selfish.
moving faster than you.
Honestly,
go on it.
bikes on the road is annoying because they can run red lights, and I never understood.
I agree with that.
logic.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I don't like when
If
they
you're gonna
think.
be on the rules, be all the rules. If you out here riding with the cars, when we get red light, you stop.
Also, I got hit by a bike in New York.
Oh, hurt?
Yeah. But the dude, like, he hit me like I was about to fight him, but my ankle was like killing me. Cause he slowly hit me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah.
Did he yell out, move? Or nothing? Like, he just like snuck up on you?
He's like, ah!
That sounds like somebody about to get hit. What was he carrying something?
I don't know. All I know is I'm walking to the stand, me and another comic, and then I just step in the street, and then boom, like the
it was
bike
like
just
that,
like,
like that.
yeah.
Dang.
It's like dang, like yeah.
And he just got up and kept going.
No, he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like he clearly like is new to riding a bike in the city, and I was new to getting hit by bike.
No one knew what to do. I got you.
Next topic. Jumping into the NFL. Andrew Luck this weekend announced his retirement from the game of football at 29. He's had several years of injuries, and he said he's done. He's done this year. Doesn't want to do rehab. Said the joy's been taken out of the game, and the Colts have agreed to not ask for the rest of his contract back. Is this the most shocking?
No,
retirement?
they're not taking his signing bonus back.
They're not. Yeah. So, is this the most shocking retirement that we've seen?
It's pretty shocking. It's up there. Shout out to the fans that booed him, because I never have service in games, so I wouldn't even have got the update. I would have been like, why are we booing him? What? He retired? That's crazy. So shout out to them. You know, their cell phones was on point.
Yeah.
Also, hey man, I know a quarterback.
I know, right? We do know a quarterback.
Yeah,
That would
got
be,
an afro.
that would be crazy.
I understand where the KKK was founded.
That's what I was saying. That would be the most,
There would be
if
something
he ended up in Indianapolis.
At Mike Pence's team?
If
Mike Pence had to cheer for Colin Kaepernick?
Mike Pence owns the Colts.
No, but
he's a fan.
He's a big fan.
He went to the game and he walked out when they kneeled and just thought it was ridiculous.
That's his home state.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would
actually be perfect.
They elected him.
Yeah. So obviously they were booed. So I think it's crazy that they booed him.
yes.
Obviously, this man literally gave blood, sweat, and tears to this city.
Piss blood for the city.
Piss blood for the city.
Yeah, but they found out during the game.
Also, but on his like, bro, did you have to do it then? You know what I mean? Like then? Like why? Like
I don't think. No, I think it got out during the game. I
Yeah.
don't think that was his goal.
what
I
I'm
think
saying is
his camp-
retirement shouldn't get out in preseason.
Right.
They get out in the summer. You know what I mean? Like before the draft, or
Well,
they get out.
I think
Well,
he tried.
I think it's like, oh, there will be a press conference at this game.
Yeah.
I'll go to the presser, and then that way I can talk to the press.
Right.
And I think that was his thought process. But then, like, you know, so to get the press ready and stuff, it probably just got out a little early.
Way early, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fans was just
Like, oh, we don't like
Oh,
you
we
right
get-
now.
yeah.
Going in.
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
He doesn't owe that city anything.
I agree with that
Now,
100%.
I don't think he should have got his signing money. If they could have recouped that money, I think they should take that money back and
put it up.
pay someone else on that team that is playing.
Yeah, pay the next quarterback.
But I think that he doesn't owe anyone anything. His dad's rich.
Yeah.
He has a degree from Stanford.
Yeah, he good.
Like this man's not like, I'm not gonna wake up and piss blood the rest of my life.
Get
it's
out when
not
you
worth
can.
it.
I
Yeah.
hope that those fans don't get a good season for like 40 years. I hope it's like biblical.
I will say the one that shocked me more than this though was Calvin Johnson. When Calvin Johnson left, like at the time, like probably the largest contract in NFL history, like
was
on the
pretty
table.
big, yeah.
Like that was so, and you have Matt Stafford, which I get it. Your team is, you're frustrated with your defense, you're frustrated with the team, but you do have
You got a
one
good
of the
quarterback.
best arms
Yeah.
in the NFL. That one, I remember, I couldn't understand that one.
I got it. They
Yeah,
wouldn't let him put the ball from one hand to the other hand.
Yeah, that was after that.
I'm like, yo,
remember them playoffs? When they
this
caught
man
that
out
fumble?
here doing cool stuff and they saying it's illegal. You can't even score looking cool.
You won't let me revolutionize the game?
Get out of here.
I'm
No,
better than this.
you didn't have control over the ball. What? This man passed it to himself.
The last two big ones have been, like you said, Calvin Johnson and now Luck. Two very smart dudes. Georgia Tech, Stanford. I feel like the word is getting out like, look, I'm not about to be out here limping in my 40s. Can't remember where my keys are in my 50s. Like, I'm done. I've made enough money. Someone will hire me to do something. I've invested I feel like we're starting to see, like, ain't nobody trying to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady's going to be the last Tom Brady to, like, play to their 40. People going to be like, I'm out at 30. I'm good. If I make good money and I invest it right, I'm not about to die for this game that don't care about me.
They can invest their money, and someone's going to pay them like $10-15 million a year to be on a board of advisors for a huge company.
Yep.
Like, they're going to be, he's going to be just
he's
fine.
going to be good.
He's
I heard on the internet, though, that he's actually going to go play in the XFL.
I mean, his
Whoever's
dad's
dad
Whoever
is the
said
commissioner.
that is stupid.
No, his dad is the
I
commissioner.
know his
Dad's
dad's
the
commissioner.
commissioner.
But, like, could you see it?
That would be the wrestling thing that the XFL needs.
Yeah.
And, like, what would his nickname be?
What-
Because, the back of the jerseys, they didn't have actual
Ooh.
names. So what would his nickname be?
That's a good question.
man.
Do y'all think the XFL has a chance?
I do. Only reason why I say that is because now, listen, and this is just a general statement. I feel like the current climate, everything has a chance. Nothing after 2016. I'm not saying nothing's impossible. So sure, I think the big three can thrive. I think the XFL is gonna do okay. Anything's possible now. There are no rules.
No, all their uniforms look like the created teams on NCAA 08. Like it's terrible from top to bottom. It looks bad.
That don't mean nothing. People
it
want to watch.
does.
People want to see cool nicknames.
If
and
like
crazy hits.
The
He
football's
hate me.
the football's
All
gonna
time
be
one of the
bad.
greatest things to put on the jersey.
Yes.
I actually
Everything
don't.
about it.
I think that people think that they miss football, and they were like, and like when they're pulled, like, would you watch a summer league football or whatever? I think people say yes, but I think part of the like romance and nostalgia of football is that there is
The
this
missing
like 5 months where you don't have it,
I agree.
Yeah.
and
Because we
I-
had that, right? Didn't they have that? Was it
The Arena League.
I mean,
No, not even Arena League. The other
no,
league.
the one that
USFL?
They were like, no, we don't need that.
they made it half a season before
And the
they ran out of
USFL,
money.
they had talented players. They had a lot of guys go to the NFL.
Aaron Murray,
Right.
was
But
on.
the thing is, XFL, they're like, I mean, I don't know how they're doing it now, but like, remember back in the day, it was like, it was a spectacle. So like, that's the extra draw. It's like, they're going to be weird names in the back of your jerseys. People are going to be like trash talking. Like, it's like the show of it.
I'm
is
just
gonna
so
be a lot
curious.
bigger.
Like,
But all the innovation of the previous XFL, the NFL and all the sports took.
This is true.
Mic'd
Yeah.
up. The camera on
They
the
did.
wire. All that stuff now exists. So are they gonna like invent another thing?
They're
Like,
let 'em
going
fight.
They're going backwards. So the XFL, their whole thing was like, we're gonna get it back to real football. Like we're gonna go back to football's roots.
Yeah.
So that's what they're gonna do.
Steroids. Stick 'em.
Yeah.
Steroids, CTE, hit stick.
CTE.
Like it's gonna be great.
I'm
the
hooked.
bar in the middle of the helmet.
I mean, I'm gonna be real.
Lineman.
If they literally, if people go out there and just like throw their bodies around and it just gets violent, I will watch it.
Yeah. We love Rex.
Look, I'm always gonna like the XFL because it gave us Tommy Maddox, who gave me my first fantasy football championship. So
Boy, that meant nothing to nobody but you.
no, but it
and
means
that
a lot.
one other
It means a lot to
person.
me.
Man,
That was bad.
he is just a dude before Roethlisberger.
That's all he was to me. That's all he was to me.
He's
The two before Robert.
He is the guy that scored negative 16 points for the team that I was playing against in the championship, and I won by 2 points.
All right, next one.
Next
Goodness.
topic: death, taxes, and Dwight Howard re-signing with the team and saying that he's changed. That is
He's not gay anymore.
Whoa. He not gay no more.
The thing is,
Wow.
we talked about that.
Hey man,
We talked about that.
Why is everyone clenching up? Like that disappeared off the face of the earth when it came out. Like why can't we talk about it?
It felt like it was easy to do.
Y'all gotta protect Dwight.
I don't have to do
honestly,
anything.
because it was none of our business. It was like a dude was trying to bait Dwight into something and then leak him trying to bait Dwight.
We just spent 6 minutes earlier talking about Drake and 11. Like
Well, he
that's none of our
texts,
business.
But he's
either.
like said that.
Oh,
he
that's kind of
texts
our
him.
business now.
Yeah,
A child.
We have weird lines, guys.
But no,
No.
because Drake is like admitted.
I will be like, what you doing with children? I feel like we all missed the boat a few years back in the previous decades about people hanging with children.
But didn't
which I'm in total agreement with.
Yeah.
What's the name? Is Bobby Jackson?
Bobby
Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown was the one who told us.
Yeah, on some interview, you're right.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's similar, but anyway, after party at ESPYs,
It was a joke, guys.
I
know.
ran into Dwight Howard.
Okay.
He looks like he's in great shape.
Yeah,
He
they
didn't
say he
have
lost a lot of weight.
sleeves on. Like he lost a lot of weight. You know, I told him I was from the same side of town as him. We had a mutual friend. Like it was a good convo. I had no clue he was coming back because he just said he had retired. You know, and I was like, man, Dwight looks good. Like he looks like he can still play.
Right.
They said they worked him out, but they also gave him no guarantee.
Which is
They can drop him at any minute and not pay him.
yeah, which is
So-
honestly the best deal for him because it's an incentive for him to work, like really work.
He's on a leash.
Yeah, he's on a leash. I mean,
He's got to show up at
Is he the
every
most-
Taco Tuesday.
Is he the most underperforming like superstar? Like a person that like is a household name. Like my wife knows who Dwight Howard is,
Sure.
which says something about like
Yeah,
his
how big he-
prowess
yeah.
as an NBA player. Is he the most like underperforming NBA superstar?
I don't think
No,
I don't think he's underperforming
no,
at all.
not at all.
I think here's my I think that he is the biggest example of the league changing, like, and he had nothing to do with it. Because I remember looking at his numbers, it's like this dude, his last good year, he was like 17 and 14. ESPN was like, he struggled. It was like 18 and 14.
These
are great
last
numbers.
year with the Hornets, he played 81 games and put up like 16 and 10.
Yeah,
And
like
that
these
was
are
like
not
the season before last.
right. I
Like,
think
he went to a finals.
right.
Yeah,
I
with
think-
Jameer Nelson.
Yeah,
Jameer Nelson was his point guard, and he took that team to the finals.
No, Rayford Austin took that team to the finals. Jameer Nelson showed up in the finals and they got swept.
This is true. Also, Rashard Lewis.
Shout out to Skip Tamalu and Rashad Lewis
Lewis.
and Hugh Turkaloo.
Yeah.
And
had shooters
JJ
around.
Redick.
Yeah, they
And,
put shooters around him.
Oh man,
It's-
you want to talk about the 09 Magic? We could do a whole episode.
Whatever happened.
Shout out to JJ for still being in the league.
Look, man, that dude.
If
listen,
anybody's outkicked their coverage as a career, it's JJ Redick.
Are you serious?
nah, bro, he's a
Like,
shooter.
No,
Did
he's a
you
good
did
shooter.
you watch Sports Center in 2006?
Look, I'm just saying,
Every
like,
night it was JJ
JJ.
Redick lighting somebody up.
Yeah,
the fact that he
Shout out
stayed
to
in this
Adam
league
Morrison.
this long, he's already building the bricks for his post NBA career. Like,
but
this
I don't
guy's
think
ready
he's.
to
I don't
jump.
think he's outkicked. I think he's an elite shooter, and the NBA went from being needing people to like do all these other things to just needing shooters. And if you're an elite shooter, that's why Kyle Korver's gonna be in the league as long as you want to be in
JJ
the league.
Redick's been nice my whole adult life.
Yeah.
Like he's been a good player my whole adult life. When he was at Duke, it was like, boy, this dude is wild.
Yeah.
This dude is shooting from everywhere. This dude is shooting deep. Like he was getting ready for NBA threes in college. He was like, I see that line is right there, but I'm shooting it from right here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adam Morrison.
So okay, so answer the question: who is the,
The
most
most-
underperforming NBA superstar of all time?
Man, oof.
What do you mean by
Underperforming superstar.
underperforming?
Like somebody who is at a
It's-
house. Okay,
I mean,
so
the
here's
fall
the
from grace.
criteria.
Are we talking about fall from grace?
No, it's not even a fall from grace. Who is like the household name that like had all the hype and like truly like either lived up to it for maybe a season and then fell off, but really just like everyone says like, oh, you had all the potential and you wasted
the
it.
quick, easy answer is Melo. But that's just the kind of what have you done for me lately answer.
The Melo one hurts, but it's not true.
Melo went to a conference finals. Melo went to some playoffs.
But now he can't even.
That's tough.
This dude was a banana boat dude.
Okay.
He can't even on the squad.
Injury or no injury?
That's a good question.
I would say no injury. I think that's unfair to include names.
If injuries included, then D Rose is in the conversation. But
that hurts.
But no injury, then you take D Rose out of the conversation.
D Rose is
and D Rose is still playing well. We don't know how it might end.
But it's never gonna be MVP, and that's what hurts.
But this is
might
Nash.
Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
How?
2 MVPs.
No rings.
Then he just got
Never
old.
even showed up in the finals. Never been there. Never had the slow-mo cam on him.
Dirk won without him.
They're going without him, but we're not gonna act like Robert Horry getting everybody ejected. Was it Robert Horry? It was Robert Horry getting everybody ejected after clotheslining them when they were up. Like didn't derail the whole playoffs.
It might be Nash. Let us know.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good question.
That is a good question.
It might actually be Dwight though. Honestly,
It is Dwight.
Yeah, I'm about to say something. Probably.
Nah, I don't think it's Dwight.
We forget how good early Dwight was.
I agree that the league changing,
That changed everything.
it's such an important piece.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is no one likes playing with him too.
He didn't adjust to the league.
Right.
Like just go grab with the Lakers. They're like, look, just grab these rebounds. You saw think about how hard it is for him. Think about this, right? You came in the league, you're number one. You actually did everything they told you to do. Now they're literally telling you, hey, you know that dude JaVale McGee who never was as good as you? Be like him. That is what they're asking him to do now. I'd lose my mind. Can you imagine if somebody came to you as a comedian and told you to be like a comedian that you knew you was better than?
Name names.
And you had
Name
always
names.
been better than?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No way, Jose. No way.
Next topic. DeMarcus Cousins back in the news.
This is about to be real interesting.
Like he just got married, right?
Yeah. That's not why he's
That's
in the
not
news.
why he's in the news.
dang.
I mean, mazel to him.
It was
but-
why he was in the news for like a quick 30
Well, like
minutes.
a quick
Jewish
blurb.
now?
I was just congrats. I don't know. In an
Now
audio
you're
clip.
multicultural, huh?
This is not good. This is a terrible lead-in.
Yep,
In
you're
an
doing
audio
bad.
clip obtained by TMZ Sports, his ex-girlfriend says Cousins threatened her over the phone after she refused to let their 7-year-old attend his wedding. It's not confirmed that it's him. It's still just a voice, but the voice said, quote, "I'm going to make sure I put a bullet through your effing head." Not
Dan's face. Didn't know we were going to do that, Dan. For context, everybody listening, Dan was like, don't tell me what the story is.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what the story is. I want to react to it live. Dan's reaction, complete silence.
Dan's reaction is that's
Which is the appropriate reaction.
yeah, it's not a good thing to say.
Wait, so okay, run this back for me. So
Yeah.
his 7-year-old son
Yes,
that he had with this
with
ex-girlfriend,
his ex-girlfriend.
his ex-girlfriend did not allow his son to attend the wedding.
Or wasn't going to at the time of this phone call.
Okay. And then someone decided the next escalation of that frustrating fact was, I'm going to murder you.
Yeah. DeMarcus Cousins was like,
We
"I'm gonna
don't
put a
know
bullet."
their relationship though.
Not the best response.
No, I mean like
Talk
some
more,
people,
please.
people talk to their significant others. They might have always used to
But
end
that's
every
his
conversation.
insignificant other.
Though I understand that, so it might have escalated because
Sure.
it might have been like, you know what, I'm gonna strangle you. I'm gonna strangle you too. All right, goodbye.
This
you
isn't
know,
Homer
like,
and
that's
Bart.
how they talk on the phone,
It
right?
was two,
Wait,
but
real
now-
talk. Have you ever threatened someone as a like salutation?
I'm gonna plead the fifth, but if I have, it's been mutual. It's also been like I'm gonna kill you too.
Yeah,
like
kill
it's
you.
been
Kill
on
you
a
too.
on a playful
Can you just end all of your sets from now on? Like, all right, y'all, it's been good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill y'all.
Kill y'all.
Yeah.
No, they already did.
Hey.
I also think it was too specific. I don't know what comedian has a joke where like if you're gonna talk about violence against women, it has to be cartoonish. Like you can't tell a woman like I'm gonna choke you to death, but you can say I'm gonna punch your head into space. So it's like I think that was it. Like he just like bullet
Was
through
this
your
Jackie
brains.
Gleason?
Yeah.
Who said this?
Yeah. Whose joke is that?
I'll have to look it up. It's not mine.
I wasn't even if it was.
Wow, now you
Yeah, it
sound
shouldn't be yours
suspicious.
no more. Yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
This unknown comedian was trying this bit. Tell me what you guys think.
Okay,
It's
so
for you.
did Boogie have any comment on it?
Oh no, he
No,
bro.
not that I've seen.
I'm getting. Look, if
This
I'm
happened like a couple hours ago.
If I'm him, I'm getting that ACL surgery tonight. I'm like, I can't talk right now. I'm drugged up. I got nothing else to say on this, and I go
The
to sleep.
Roseanne defense.
The wedding happened though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's remade.
And the ex is not shot, right?
This
right.
is true.
She's
So-
still, she was alive to leak the audio.
It was, hey,
It worked out.
yeah, it worked out.
I don't know, guys.
She's alive.
I feel like this is one of those moments that we have to realize, like, there's sometimes there are signs that you should just pay attention to. Because we have seen in the past when we just kind of let famous people be like, oh, they were just playing. They don't be playing.
Oh yeah, and their boys don't like understand the nuance of playing or not playing.
Very true.
Like where he's like, I'm gonna kill that.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. And he said that in a moment of anger, and his boy was like,
Oh, he want me to.
"Oh, I'm gonna go take care of this."
Oh, bro, I got you. I can do that. I'm on payroll.
He doesn't want to kill his child's mom. He was just mad.
This is
like,
true.
Look how Boogie gets mad at the first foul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look how Boogie gets mad at like any like out of bounds. You know what I'm
is true.
saying?
Out of bounds, then try to keep him from his kid. You're
Imagine how bad
Fourth
of
and 10 does not
a
support
scenario.
Rob's argument.
This is a really tough scenario. And I feel like this is how Boogie responds, but I don't think he meant it.
I think we're past the
He's probably
time.
said that to tons of refs, and I don't think they're like, "Oh man, Boogie's in the bushes."
Now that's a good argument.
you know?
I will say this though. I think we are past the time where we could just be like, you so silly. Like we can't
Your murder
use so
threats.
silly murder threats anymore. That's the unfortunate.
We're past
We're
silly.
past it.
When it comes
You
to
know what he meant. You know what he meant. You know
That
what he
is the
meant.
greatest callback that only we can see. Oh man, that
Love
was
a visual callback on a podcast.
perfect.
That's great. All right, last topic. Let's try to lighten it up a little bit.
I'm gonna fucking murder you.
College football officially kicked off Saturday with Florida, Miami. ESPN was doing College Game Day from Disney. One of their hosts, Desmond Howard.
He already.
I'm not exactly sure how. Like, I don't know how it came up. I just heard the actual clip of Desmond Howard referencing the Chappelle Show. Just went out and just in the middle of Disney just said, "Does Desmond Howard have to choke a bitch?" and honestly, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen on TV, especially with like the Magic Kingdom in the
Yeah,
background.
it's so whimsical behind it.
Wait,
It was
this something that aired?
Yes.
yeah, it was live,
Live.
and he
Damn.
he apologized for it, but
Hey, my man, what's the dude who said it to Reese?
What's the setup? The setup is that they're talking about Miami and Florida.
Yeah.
And they're like, they say something about Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
You know, the Michigan alum is like, is yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
If this
great.
wasn't Desmond Howard, that
he's
person's
done.
fired.
Super done.
yeah.
Super
And
done.
honestly, I mean, he apologized pretty quick after, which I'm still not a fan of.
He said, "Choke up on TV,
So-
On TV.
on ABC,
Like early, like
early morning.
That show
It's
goes
owned
off
by
at
Disney.
noon.
to be real with you, I had not even finished my breakfast when he said this.
Yeah, no, college football goes off at noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to eat lunch during college football.
Facts.
Yeah,
I don't think the thing that saved him was it was him as much as what saved him was like how iconic that line is
yeah.
from Chappelle's Show.
No, I know that the line
No,
is iconic,
right.
But 95% of the viewing audience and diehard college football fans don't know that.
Wow, that's offensive. 95. I'm gonna need that to be lower. 95.
look,
That's offensive to Chappelle.
That's
look.
offensive to Chappelle and Wayne Brady.
It's one of the most watched.
That's a little inflated. Look,
And
but
Training
realistically, 75% of the college football audience
I
I think
It's not
doesn't-
Chappelle's Show.
didn't watch the Chappelle
But
Show.
the thing is with that clip, people who haven't seen Chappelle Show have seen that sketch.
Yeah, the
All right, well, I feel like you're
getting
very,
the
you're-
reference. I don't think is the thing. I think the thing is,
I think you
is-
guys live in the comedy world, and I think you're wrong.
Well,
Like,
I'm-
I
I'm
think
not-
that
let me-
I'm,
well, let
I'm
me ask you
saying
this-
okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm saying 80% of my friends wouldn't have never seen the Chappelle Show,
Really?
Judging
and
you.
wouldn't know. judging me. I've seen the Chappelle
80%
show.
of your friends haven't seen the Chappelle show.
Yes,
that's
80%
most
of my friends are white.
Dan, I refuse to believe you hang out with
What
that
is
many
being
uncool
white?
people.
The Chappelle show was on Comedy Central. It came on after South
telling-
Park.
I'm telling
before
you.
the Jon
Dan, I don't think
Stewart
you was
Daily
around
Show.
that many uncool
What are you
people.
talking about?
I'm not giving you 80% uncool people. Dan.
And
What
honestly,
are you talking
even-
about?
even
The
me-
highest selling DVD of
I
all
know,
time.
You're in your feelings right now, Rob, and I appreciate
I'm
that.
not in my feelings.
You are.
That's a Drake album.
I feel bad about your friends.
Stop texting
I
kids.
know, thank you. I don't.
You should have better friends.
I'm gonna.
That's really the argument. Dude.
Like,
Okay.
I did just get.
I'm sorry.
I
We
did
should
just-
hang out more when you're in town, Rob.
I really did just get disappointed in your fan group,
Like,
your friend
jeez.
group right now.
But even that line is iconic. Like if I heard Desmond Howard say that on ESPN,
Oh, yeah.
like my brain doesn't instantly go to Chappelle. It doesn't.
okay. I don't agree with that at all because on Sports Center, one time Djokovic won a match in 2014 and they were like, does Novak have to Djokovic? And that is like a clip that made it to YouTube by itself. Like to
Look,
me
I
that
get it's
and to
pop
me that was a
culture
better
references.
that was a more
That's a
clever
better clever,
way
yeah. That
was
of
much more
using
clever.
that.
Do you know
that's a
how many
safer way.
niche-
That's a pro move. I feel like what Desmond Howard did was whack because if you don't get it, now you're writing another email.
Yeah.
Now you're writing a letter. Now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
But
Also-
getting the reference, I even think some of the people on the panel might have got the reference. Now we could talk about Chappelle Show being 15, like a 15-year-old joke,
Right.
And we could talk about how it's not in the front of everybody's minds, and he skipped over so many things he probably could have referenced.
Yeah.
you know, we could talk about that. But
That's what
saying
I
that
just
the
said
people
2 minutes ago.
but no, you're saying that people just didn't get it, didn't see it.
I just said I've seen the clip and I wouldn't have thought about that. That's literally what you just said and I just said.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, so well, let me ask this. You're saying people wouldn't have got it immediately, but people know it.
I'm saying that there is a large demographic of those tuning in at 9 a.m. to college game day
Yeah.
that never saw the Chappelle Show. I feel very strongly that is true. And also is true is that joke is 15 years old. I've seen it. And if I heard Desmond Howard say that line, I would not be like, oh, he's making a joke about the Chappelle Show. Like, I'd be like, what the hell did you just say?
I think the thing is that we need to think about is that's not a line that's on the tip of everybody's tongue. So he planned to say that. I feel like the whole
It is,
show,
yeah.
he was just
crazy.
waiting.
That's true.
Well,
This
like,
is
"Oh,
more of a
somebody
sign
referenced
that
me."
like this is why when you are creating content on television, you're trying to be funny. You need an actual professional, funny person to be like, hey, should I say? Like, probably not. Where you want to go with that one?
also, what does it say about what he thinks of himself?
What you mean?
Because that line is Wayne Brady breaking from the whose line is it anyway? Wayne Brady makes Brian Gumble look like Malcolm X.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. That's a 75% of college football wouldn't know line. Is Wayne Brady that's like right under I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah.
Like right under.
Yeah. And the only reason why I'm gonna push a little bit on disagreement is because like I've seen how creative those signs are at college game day, and I'm like, these people like those fans, at least those fans out there, like they know they're very into pop culture.
When you go to
Those
college,
fans used an extra magic Mickey hour to get in so they could be there on time. Like
when you go to college, the first week they have a poster sale, and you go to buy posters. None of the movies in those posters are movies that even came out
When they were in college.
when you were old enough to watch movies. It's all Pulp Fiction, Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
Shawshank Redemption, yes.
Shawshank Redemption, Snatch. It's all posters of movies that they know kids are gonna buy because they feel like they're supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah, totally.
It's pop culture. That I feel like, like we were talking about one, like, Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Story is one of the highest things on Comedy Central's YouTube. I feel like people know the reference, but when you shoehorn a reference like that into a conversation,
that they had no,
yeah,
you was trying too hard. He's trying
Yeah.
way too
Well,
hard.
and when
That's
when,
not what Stuart Scott did.
Yeah.
That's not. That's
Yeah.
not. You know,
this man lacked timing.
that's not booyah.
Yeah,
that's
that's
not.
Thank you. We're in agreement.
yes.
Yeah,
He
anything
got
that
booed.
feels that planned, it's like that went through a lot of filters in your brain.
He was so proud of it. When you watch the video,
He was.
He was like, "That's man, I'm gonna have to." And as I'm watching, like, no.
I feel like he's done it before. I feel like he said it
was
before
off-air
in
thing,
other settings,
and everybody loved
and
it.
everyone loved it. And he was like, "Oh, well,
I'm bringing
Week
this my
one.
new thing.
Week one.
yeah,
I waited all summer for
We're
this.
gonna be at Disney,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida, Miami.
By week 3, it's gonna be like, Devin, how we gonna have to?"
Get choked
he-
up.
And he's like,
Put
"Voice
the
of
mic out
Mike."
to the ground. Oh,
I'm very excited for the next week's game day signs, though. I think that's gonna be.
oh yeah,
good.
those are gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. Well, that's it, guys. That's all 10 of our topics. We did it. Thank you so much to Rob Haze for jumping on and joining
Appreciate
us.
you, Rob.
Hazepedia,
You.
iTunes, Spotify, wherever you can get comedy albums.
Buy
I
it, though.
assume. Yeah, go buy it.
Purchase
Also
it.
tonight, watch Sherman Showcase on IFC.
Yes.
In the next few Wednesdays
Yes,
at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. IFC Sherman Showcase.
IFC is on YouTube TV too.
There we go.
Did not know that.
My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at @Iam_Owens. Instagram is IamOwens or NathanOwensComedy.com.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DoOrDie. That's at DUEORDIE. Real quick, this comes on Wednesday. I'll be at Orpheus Brewing, hosting. What is the name of y'all show?
Yeah, Barrel of Laughs.
Barrel Laughs, because neither Damon nor Nate will be there.
No.
So I've been asked to sub. Also, I'll be at ASW.
Yeah, we're all three of us will be at ASW Thursday for Comedy on the Rocks at ASW Whiskey Exchange in Atlanta. I'll be in Chattanooga tonight, Wednesday, closing out JJ's Bohemia. So stop by. It's always a fun show.
Yeah. Also, I'll be at the Laughing Skull this Saturday for all day. So just pick a time that is a show, and I'll be there. Rob, you got any shows you want to plug?
I have a show in Eagle Rock in LA every Thursday called Motherland. So come through to that.
Yo, LA people, come through
Yeah.
that.
There we go.
There he is.
Big thanks to Dan Duncan running anything behind the glass. Hashtag 4th and 10. See you next week.
Peace.
I seen that my friend was at my other friend's wedding. That's how I found out we're not cool. I was not invited to the wedding. Like, weddings are weird. That's the only time churches invite only. That's the only time you just can't pop up in somebody's church and be like, we're kind of doing something right now. You'll be welcome any other week, just not right now. I always want to go to a wedding when somebody said something at the Speak Now Forever Hold Your Peace. Like, that's got to be the greatest speech ever. That speech has to be convincing, but at the same time, it can't sound too rehearsed, because then it's just like, why didn't you just call her last week? You've been sitting somewhere practicing this speech. Also, if you give that speech, you got to make sure you sit in the right section. You got to make sure you sit on the aisle. Because if it doesn't work out for you, you got to leave immediately. You just try to ruin the wedding. You know, it'd be like, speak now, forever hold your peace. Hey, baby, you know we be saying I love you on the phone and we be playing? I don't be playing. No? Okay, excuse me, bro. Excuse me, bro. Excuse me. No, you heard the speech. I should have practiced. No, excuse me, bro. No, move your grandma. Move your other grandma. Too much. I'm tired. I keep having the same conversation. People keep telling me that millennials are soft. I don't know why I look like the person to have this conversation. If millennials are soft, it's not our fault. We can't spoil ourselves. There's people like, you guys expected everything to be handed to you. I'm like, whose fault is that? You gave us everything we asked for. I asked for Nintendo, boom, Nintendo was there. Who told you to listen to a little kid? These people like, you guys don't understand. You guys grew up with the internet. I'm like, y'all made the internet. What'd you make it for? Didn't you want us to have it? They used to be bragging like, they have computers at my kid's school. Now they mad at me because when the update comes up on the phone, I'm like, I don't even need that. It's not my fault. I think some of these people just mad that the Squatty Potty came out so late.